everybody. This is Emmanuel Eliason coming to you today with another edition of Financial Breakthrough Academy. We thank you all for joining us today on this broadcast, this podcast, and this opportunity to share some information to help us all in our journey to financial freedom. We started a series on the subject of small business development, and we want to continue with some session of that. So, as usual, we will begin with a few important concepts. But first of all, again, we are dealing with small business development. Our session today is particularly on business plan creation. Business plan creation. Business plan creation. Okay. Now let's take a scripture here as we lay a foundation. If you go to Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5, the Bible tells us there that the plans of the diligent are sure of profit, but all rash haste leads certainly to poverty. The plans of diligence are sure of profit, but all rash haste leads certainly to poverty. Now, this scripture is bringing our attention to the importance of planning if we want to experience some kind of profit or success or achieving our goal in any area of life. And again, we are focusing our attention here on business planning, small business planning. So that's very key. Any small business should have the desire to have some planning going on, and this scripture is a good encouragement for anyone that is desiring to understand how to go about their business and help themselves in this area. Now, here is a statement I've heard before. I don't know the order of that, but we are told that failing to plan is plan to fail. You may have heard it before on a known order. Make the statement here that failing to plan is planning to fail. And most small businesses have challenges setting some time aside to plan. We seem to be so busy with the working in the job or in our business or in our enterprise that we lose focus on the importance of actually taking some time to plan ahead of our own business. So I believe that we can take a clue on this why saying here. Now I want to look at another scripture here in Proverbs 16 verse 20. It also says that he who plans a thing will be successful. Happy is he who trusts in the Lord. Again, Proverbs 16:20 says, he who plans a thing will be successful. Happy is he who trusts in the Lord. So I believe small business owners today, we are dealing with the subject of business plan creation, and these two scriptures should be encouragement to all of us of the importance of planning. The scriptures, the Bible is filled with a lot of principles that we can use, that we can learn from, that we can incorporate in our business and in our lives. And you'll be surprised to know that a lot of the secret to success in business is a lot of time derived from biblical ancient Jewish scriptures and some of the other writings that we've all come to be conversant with and live our lives by. So that's our foundational word for today as we jump into the content for our session here. We will again, I want to do a quick, review from our session the last time. We are doing small business development. There are 4 sections to this. We dealt with the last session on business model generation. Today we'll be focused on business plan creation. We'll also deal with another session when we are back again on business financial plan. And the last session on this series is business marketing strategy. So these are the 4 aspects of the series, small business development. So with that said, I want to do a quick review from the first session on business model generation and some key elements that we discussed. We talked about key components of a business model, okay, and that they include things like value proposition, customer relationships, channels, customer sessions, revenue streams, key activities, key resources, key partners, and cost structure. These are all taken from the group that put together what we call the business model generation strategizer. You can get that information directly on the website listed here, strategizer.com. But I went into details in the last session. So if you want to get content, a full explanation of all of these, I encourage you to look up the last episode of this series so you can get the full picture of what we are talking about. But I did show you a business model canvas that we actually use during business sessions with business owners, help them to craft and create and develop a business model that helps them to guide their overall business activities. It's so important to know what your business is. How different are you from any other business out there? Okay. Maybe you are already in business, or you want to get into business, your family is in business, or maybe you are in ministry and you have somebody in your church or in your community that is in business. All of these are so important keys that we can learn to help us understand how to run a successful business. In fact, you could actually use the same thing when you come to ministry. Okay, when you say ministry, there are several aspects of ministry. There's administration, you have all aspects of ministry, finance, and the people. So we use the same thing even for ministry to help streamline ministry operations and make us efficient in our service to the community. So that's a quick review from the last session on business model generation. Now, today we want to focus on business plan creation. Business plan creation. That is our focus for this session. So, what is a business plan? Okay, a simple definition from Investopedia says that a business plan is a written document that describes in detail how a new business is going to be to achieve its goals. Now, it can be an existing business as well. It doesn't have to be just a new business. Okay, so a business plan, by definition, is simply a written document that describes in detail how a new business is going to achieve its goals. So I'm saying that again, you can apply this to even an existing business. Many small businesses are currently in existence. They operate. You may have operated for several years, but you've never, written up a business plan. You may have, be successful making money or doing very well, but you don't have a business plan in place. In fact, if you take the time to actually put together a business plan, you'll be surprised how your business will go to a whole different level. And that is why we are providing the series to help you understand some basics of business plan and what we can do to help you in achieving this. So by definition, we are saying that the business plan is simply a document, okay? A written document that describes in detail how a new business is going to achieve its goals. So the question I have is, are you in business? Are you trying to go into business? In fact, are you even in ministry or trying to start you may be in ministry, but you may want to start a new ministry within your ministry, okay, whereby you want to start maybe some kind of outreach program or something like that. Well, you may not necessarily go into so much detail, but sitting down to plan, okay, we just read a scripture about the importance of planning. If you sit down and think through and plan and analyze, you're going to be much more successful than just, starting without actually knowing where you are going. That would be a disservice to the efficiency that you bring to table for what you are trying to achieve. So that's the basic definition of what a business plan is. Now, here are some of the key components of a business plan. Now, we can go so much into detail, but this is a little summary of the components of what a business plan can look like or will include. We have an executive summary, which is usually 1 or 2 pages, designed to just give you a quick rundown of what the business plan is all about. Depending on what you are looking to do with the business plan, whether to raise money, maybe to get new partners to work with you, or perhaps you're trying to go to the bank and raise some finance through the bank, or you're trying to expand your business. Whatever the goal or the objective of business plan is, These are some things that will come into consideration, and the executive summary will give you a snapshot. For the most part, most people, especially executives, and I would say bankers and any other person, they don't have enough time to read through a 20-page business plan. So the first attempt to give a summary that will give them a snapshot of what you're trying to achieve, and then to help them see whether they want to engage further or not. So that's the first component of it. You have a business opportunity component that will detail what kind of business opportunity you are trying to present. What unique opportunity is your business plan trying to address? And that is what the component of business opportunity section is. There is a section for problem and solution, which simply going to detail what problem is your business plan or your business or your new venture or enterprise is trying to solve. A business exists to solve a problem. Your business must exist to solve a specific problem, whether providing some services for people that need some kind of service, goods to meet people's needs. Maybe you're trying to start a restaurant, a little coffee shop, an auto dealership, a hair salon. Whatever you are trying to set up, you are trying to solve a specific problem for people. And the second part of the same element there is a solution. What solution are you bringing to the table that is unique to you, okay, as the business owner, the entrepreneur? So that's the third component there. The business plan will include the problem you're trying to identify and you're trying to solve, and the solution that you present within that. And then you have the target market. Now, we all would like to say, yeah, my business serves everybody. I want to, take care of everybody. I want to, service everyone. Yeah, that is noble. That's all good. But to be very successful in business, we cannot just, throw a net everywhere. We have to start with a target in mind. Okay, you have to have a specific focus and a target that becomes your anchor to help you be much more efficient, because ultimately that is where you drive your results from. Eventually you end up serving more people, but it will be very targeted. Okay, so that is an element of the business plan, the component that you would find when we begin to address that. And we have the competition. Now, the competition is basically, people, other organizations or businesses that do similar things like you are trying to do. Now, you want to have a whole different perspective when it comes to competition. You need to have the mindset of the fact that there is enough out there for you to be able to serve, enough people to help, enough customers out there. Your goal is to create the value that you want to help people, and in the process, the competition will literally be, I would say, non-issue for you. Yes, you recognize people in your industry doing what you're trying to do. However, when it comes to being afraid of the competition, that's not how to go. No, you have to be focused on providing value. When you are focused on providing value, there is no reason to be scared of the competition. You are aware of it, you know what they do, and you do better to be able to provide value to the people that you serve. So that's another aspect of the component of the business plan, the competition. Then we have what we call the execution strategies, which is basically some of the nuts and bolts of the business operation. Think about it as marketing and operations, okay? They are the kind of things that will make a huge difference in your business. Marketing, operation, what kind of marketing activities do you have in place? What marketing strategies do you have in place? What operational systems do you have in place to help service your clients? Okay, so the executive strategies or execution strategies, so to speak, the execution strategies are mostly in the area of marketing and operations. Frankly, most small businesses, one of the biggest challenge is marketing. How do you get your message out? How do you let people know about what you are doing? How do you reach out to the people you want to serve? How do you go about making your service or product available to the people that you serve? So your business plan will include a specific section that talks about the marketing and operations, the day-to-day operations of business. How do you communicate with customers? How do you reach out to customers? How do you bring in new people or service new clients? How do you go about with servicing the existing client? How do you deal with vendors? How do you deal with partners and other key resources? All of those things are part of the operations of the business. And without a solid plan in place, where people can be able to know this is how our business works, this is how we treat customers, these are the steps we take when people need services, these are the communication strategies in place and the tactical initiatives we do to ensure smooth run of our business. Without the right business operations and marketing strategies in place, we're not going to be successful in the long run. So that is another component of the business plan. That is the execution of strategies that we have in place. The next is basically you have the company overview that will deal mostly the structure of the business and the team. Okay, the people that run the business, the key people, the executives, actual workers, or any other human resources that you have in your business. That will form another component of it. And the last portion of the component is a financial plan. And I want you to know that the financial plan of the business plan itself is in my view, the most important, if not one of the key important elements to consider. Without a solid financial plan for the business, yes, all of these things seems nice and hunky donkey, but at the end of the day, your business must be able to profit. It must be able to produce and earn and to be able to be sustainable in the long run. So the financial plan is a critical element of your business plan. Okay, so these form overall the key components of the business plan and how you go about putting them together. I want to just address very briefly the area of the financial plan here that we just talked about, that are of important value. I will just address three key components of key performance indicators of the financial plan, which every business plan must make sure it includes. Your profit margins, your gross profit margins, your operating margins, your net profit margins are critical to the financial success and ultimate success of the business. This component is key part of the actual financial plan. That is part of the overall plan here. So again, we just want to give you a quick rundown, quick overview of what all the financial plans may look like. We are able to go into much detail with people when it comes to actually making these things realistic and workable in your business. So the question will be, are you in business? Are you trying to start a business? Are you in ministry, trying to make your ministry much more successful? What kind of business plan have you put in place? How are you going to achieve this? You may even have a desire. I'm speaking to a lot of immigrants and people from Africa or other parts of the nation. And obviously, anyone is in a business, small business. If we don't have a solid business plan in place, it's like trying to get to a destination without a roadmap. These days we have the iPhone with all the Google Maps and Waze and all of that in place. Those days we all used to use the MapQuest and the other old-fashioned way of getting to places. If you want to go somewhere, you take up the map and you figure out, okay, where is the location? Where am I now and which location am I trying to get? What route should I be taking to get to my destination? That is what a business plan does for us. Okay, it's not necessarily having the most fanciest business plan that ensures one's success, but it's a factor in ensuring that at least you don't go the wrong direction. And I believe that every small business must have a business plan in place. Even if you started your business long ago, you never talked about it because, again, you got started and start selling and providing services, you never did anything like that, you still have the opportunity to start. And we want you to know that it's not too late. And that is what we are here today to help you in achieving that. And to make it easy for most people, we will be able to help you in that process by providing you an opportunity to have your business plan put together with our help. All I'm requesting at this moment, if you want to have a business plan for an existing business or a new idea you want to test out, you can call us 720-588-9717 or go online to our website here, eliasonconsultant.com/financial planning, and contact us. We'll be happy, or you can inbox me here on this platform, and we'll be happy to set up some time and let you know what it might cost you to do that. Very moderate, but we'll give you what it takes to position yourself to be successful as a business owner. There is nothing so discouraging to find a business owner put all their effort into trying to start something and not being able to achieve because they didn't have a business plan. Most businesses, small businesses, are noted to fail, and a lot of times it's because of not having a solid business plan in place that they can fall back on to execute and make the necessary changes that they need to make in order to achieve their ultimate goal. So this is the second session of the series. Today we just talked about the business plan creation, giving us some few highlights, some components of what a business plan is, and we'll continue. The next section will be on actually the financial aspect, putting together an actual financial plan for your business. I look forward to being able to do that. And thank you for joining us, and we look forward to bring you another edition of the series here with Small Business Development. This has been Emmanuel Eliason, a certified financial advisor and your money consultant, bringing you today's edition of Financial Breakthrough Academy. Have a wonderful rest of your day.